Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. We're working on, I don't know, you know how I get inspired by these strangest things. I actually had a wedding dress here, and it had a beautiful, beautiful corset in the back, and she wanted the corset out and a zipper and buttons put in. So I do that, so I did it. So she had this huge long strip of the white satin that was left over from the corset. It was very, very long. So I don't know, I felt inspired to make her a wall hanging. So I took that corset bit and wrote out the word love, trying to make a heart for the V here. I'll try and go with the small camera so you can see it. There's the heart for the, oh, sorry, not the V. And then the V and then the E, and tried to do it in a little bit of a scripty kind of field because I had only one stripped and tried to keep it all together. And I like it. I think it looks cute. I stitched it all down. I worked in this little part right here. Clive wants his time. I did little loops with hearts, little tiny hearts, just filling it in all in, and that's what I'm going to do. I have a very micro polar fleece sort of fabric here. It's very fluffy and soft, and it really does take on a fun texture when you're quilting it up. I've done a little bit around the E as well. So, but I just want to show you, I'm going to kind of fill it up around and I don't know, just fill in the little wall hanging, and hopefully you like it. I had fun. So it's a little thick to get over some spots. Not all of it's tacked down, like in these double spots here. It's not, and a couple over spots over here where it's not, and up here, but that's okay. I just got to make sure I don't come too close and get Walt all hung up down there. So either way you want to come with your swirls and, not swirls, your loops and your hearts is up to you. I kind of like to go, work my way from the bottom up, and then that way I can kind of make sure I'm getting that little heart shape as I come down to the point and then back up and around, and I can fill up around that way. So I'm going to start down here and just fill her in. I got lots of stuff to fill in, so just lock those stitches in. And I got it 12 stitches per inch, and I'm just using cool gray. I forgot what I was using. Cool gray in the bobbin and the top, and I just used a creamy color. I don't know, it's almost like a faux velvet backing that I got as a, you know, as a discount. So I thought it was really cute and it'd make a nice bag, but then again, it'd make a nice back of a wall hanging. So, and there it ended up being. Okay, so just little loops. And then come in and do your little heart shape. I'm hoping you can see it because it's kind of leaving an imprint on that little polar, the fleecy fabric. And you just want to fill it in all nice and tight. I really want the word love to stand out. It's kind of a unique story how she came about. She was on maternity leave, and the bride, and she heard of me from someone else, you know, it's bubbly and friendly, and anyway, she was having an issue with her a brand new winter coat. So I said, okay, you know, pop on over. Well, she managed to pop over, and of course, baby was in the truck, and she's just standing at the door, and it's freezing outside. And so she hands me the coat, and I said, okay, well, let me look at it so I know what I'm up against, you know, to make sure I can try and figure out what's wrong with your coat. Well, I'll stop this for a second here. It was a double zipper. And she didn't notice the other double zipper was way up in like the collar, like the top of the collar of the coat, almost where the hood was. It was tucked up there. So she was trying to do it up with just the one zipper when it was a two zipper, like a split. So I went and followed the zipper, pulled it down, zipped it up, and handed her back the coat. And she was like, all winter I wore it like this. I go, you know, here, right? So, and she goes, do you want any money? I went, no, of course not. So off she went. And then I heard of her from a few months later saying, you know, I'm getting married. Would you be interested in kind of tweaking my wedding dress? And it needs a hem and probably taking in a little bit. And I said, sure, you know, let's, when it comes to that, let's take a look at it and see if, you know, it's something that it's, you know, it's within my skill level to do. I don't want to ruin anything. And so she came back, and at that point, I found out that she was the daughter of the lady, well, actually, it was the time I had her coat, but this is the whole processing part. The daughter of the lady that had won the award for special quilt last year at the Erin Fall Fair. I was like, the world is small. It is tiny, tiny, tiny small. So it was in memory of her. So unfortunately, her mom has passed away. But I just thought it was so it was just unique how we came together. So I thought, you know, a little extra, it doesn't hurt. And I just thought to honor her and her mom, make a wall hanging, and I thought it'd be so cute. Just to make a nice love one. Just fill it in. Do lots of hearts, do big hearts, do more loops than hearts. Just try and make sure you're filling up everything. Because it's got to come up into the top here. We'll do another little heart. And make our way up there. With some loops. And then back down, filling it in. And try to have them going in, you know, a couple of different directions. They don't have to all go in the same, you know. But I did want it to be somewhat directional, obviously, because I wrote the word love, right? And they just got married on the last Saturday, so very, very excited for them. And they have the cutest little munchkin. Oh my gosh, cutest little red-headed boy with the biggest blue eyes I've ever seen. So cute. So cute. I'm just gonna move a little bit here. So I'm trying to fill in and around. I don't know, I think the world is a very small place when you think about it. When you think the planet is just this huge thing, and really we're all kind of somewhat connected, you know. We really are. It's not a very long thread between, you know, even me and you sort of thing. Somewhere along the way we're connected. Are you causing chaos, Mr. Clive? We've been having a blast on the live stream Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in checking that out and you haven't already, we're going on for episode number 5 this Sunday. And we're putting more rows together. Probably the last set of the rows together for the north and south quilt we've been working on. And then we got to think of some border ideas to do with all my extra bonus fabric that I've got from this quilt pattern. Because I really want to bulk this quilt up. I want it to fit their bed. And if I try to make it between a king and a queen sort of thing size, closer to the king size, I think that would probably be best. And it has lots of hangover and stuff. What is it you're playing with? Oh, my pin. Oh, one of my writing pins has hit the floor. Apparently Clive wants to write. Wants to write home. Write home to Grandma. Oh, that's what we're doing. Just filling her up and having some fun. Just little hearts, little loops, little hearts. I was going to do swirls, but I thought if I do swirls, I maybe get a little confused with the swirls and the loops and the hearts. So I'm just going to try and keep it between like 2 things so I don't get too overwhelmed and not put enough swirls or not put enough hearts in, or you know what I mean. So, and I think simpler is better with this one. I was going to do all graffiti, whatever came to mind, swirls and loops and paisleys or whatever, and oops, broken thread. And I changed my mind once I started stitching it up. Ooh, we really got a big loop here. Hold on. There we go. Just I go all crazy. No, we were going pretty slow. Mama Pop Cat Circus. Oh, he's a wackadoodle. That's why we call him the wackadoodle cat. Oh boy. Okay, that's threaded through. Where did I end off here? Right about there, I think. Let's pull the bobbin up. Give it a trim. With Sophie, you're like, oh, the chaos of the cat. Again. I know. He's crazy. Okay, we're just going to fill this in a bit. Okay, pull those over this way. There we go, bring this down. Checking out what Pop's doing? Eh? Hello, baby. I don't think they could see you, Sophie. I didn't know how big this was going to be, so I just laid out a big chunk of fabric and thought, okay, I'll just try and work within this space. I didn't want it to be too huge. I wanted it to fill some, whether it goes in the bedroom, the bathroom, the kids' room, the family room, whatever. Even if it just hangs out in the garage, I think it looks cute. So I want to do something for her, something a little special. Everybody deserves something a little special unexpectedly. And I'll fill in this too. I won't forget to fill in this part. That'll be probably one of those things I do at the end after I'm done trying to fill in all the outside bits. Fill in all the inside bits. So if you can join us for the live stream, that would be fantastic. We're having such a blast getting to know each other. Having a cup of tea or, water or juice or whatever. And just chatting. I have missed a few questions and I apologize for that. But I know Angie's stepped up there and answered questions about needle size and stuff like that. So thank you very much for that, Angie. And we're all helping each other. We're all learning from each other, and that's what's so fantastic. That's what I like about this sewing and quilting and the community. We're all out for the same passion and the love of fabric, and what can we do with it? How can we manipulate it into something that we're going to love and wear, use, cover ourselves with, carry groceries homes with, clothe our kids, send them off to school with, unique items that isn't always, everything's at one particular store is all the same. So why not be unique? There we go. I'm loving the little texture it's giving. You can just see the little hearts. And I'm hoping with the back fabric, with it being that creamy color, creamy peachy color, and with the cool gray thread, it'll show up as like another arty dimension. As I've always said, I think the backs are just as pretty as the fronts. Or they should be anyways. It should be its own little art piece. Sorry, it's probably not giving you a good enough view, and I apologize. Hopefully it wasn't in the way. Look at me all one-handed. Woohoo! I'm rocking it. I find sometimes with the smaller stuff, it is easier to do with one hand. You're not fighting the other one for control, I was doing some of the small stipples on the Canada's 150 quilt. I was doing quite a bit of it one-handed. We'll just work our way up to the top of the L here for the love word. How about we call this the word of love? I don't know. It's cute. I like it. you know, think of what you can do with just, you know, strip of fabric, you know. I had this big, huge, beautiful satiny piece, and I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. I want to throw it out. What can we do with it, you know? And I couldn't really use it in her dress in any way, or I would have said, you know, maybe we should put it here or there or whatever, but no. All right, almost there. It is pouring outside. All right, and scoot right in here. I left just a little room. Scoot my way back out. I'll end off in the side border here. And then I could roll it a little closer to me, work on that top part. Okay, there we go. That is that. We're going to call that a show. And look how, here, let me just do a couple of stitches here, and I'll go over with the small camera so you can see all the threadsy bits. Oops. Oops. There we go. Come on. Just go fold it under. There we go. What do you think? Oops. See, that's a little hard as you have to go work your way over those parts. There we go. So I was trying to work in just the outside. There we go. I think it looks pretty cool. Hopefully they like it too. So thanks for watching, everybody. We really appreciate you liking and subscribing and upvoting the videos and thumbs upping and all that sort of lovely stuff that you do for us. We really, really appreciate it here at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. And check us out for a weekend project. We're going to make a tote. We're going to make a tote bag specifically designed for a wheelchair, accessible. And maybe an extra little side pouchy, so driver's license and debit cards and stuff like that could be carried on the person. They don't have to worry about it disappearing out of their back bag or something like that. I think it made something matchy, but we'll do something like that. Okay, so thanks everybody. We appreciate it, and we'll see you on Weekend Project. Thank you. Bye-bye.